Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and we are back live for another YouTube live stream on a Tuesday today, which means it's Spotlight Hour. So Spotlight Hour, a weekly event, we all know it by now, but a weekly event is in where one Pokemon gets featured, spawns more often, no shiny boost unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, so it is a normal shiny odds. Hey Sarui, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Well, of course, we are currently in the High Zaptitude event. That started early this morning, 10 AM local time, the High Zaptitude event. And that's why we're shiny checking Tadbulb, because Tadbulb is now available shiny as part of that event. Yeah, I'm all good, thank you. How close are we to the goal now? What goal was that in particular? The level up? How close are we to the goal now? Global? Over global challenges, I'm with you. Sorry. Completely gone mind blank, man. We are very, very close indeed. So we will probably get this during this Spotlight Hour, which is going to be ideal for us. It means we can put a lucky egg on, as well as a star piece, and catch those Mareep with boosted XP. So hopefully we'll get a notification come through very, very soon. Yeah, we'll be definitely doing that in the next 20 minutes, I'd guess. If not before that, I suppose. Yeah, it's double XP, which is awesome. Now, there is a Spotlight Hour bonus, of course, for Spotlight Hour tonight. Mareep Spotlight Hour. It's going to be 2 times evolution XP. So if you aren't going out around catching Mareeps during your Spotlight Hour, maybe the weather's a little bit rubbish where you are, then you can sit at home and evolve instead. So definitely worth getting a hold of that XP if you can, either way. Some fire engines where I am. Hopefully nothing too serious. Hopefully nothing too serious. Quite a few fire engines where I am. So we're going to start the Spotlight Hour up this way in just a moment. So 57, we're going to see what's on this research task just around here. How many now? Legends Dead Air. I still haven't brought that game. Still haven't brought it yet. I think maybe when I get up to level 80 on Pokemon Go, I might take some time out and start playing a bit of that. Might do some live streams while I'm playing it as well, which will be pretty cool, I think. Don't know if you can do lives from a Nintendo Switch or not. I'm sure there's a way. Don't know why I'm catching these. I need to wait until the new spawns. My first Pokemon since Gen 4, Diamond and Pearl. Wow. That is a long time ago. What are we now? Gen 9? Is it currently? Gen 10 maybe coming out this year, as rumours to be said. Of course, it's going to be a massive year on Pokemon this year. Both on Pokemon Go, 10-year anniversary of Pokemon Go this year. And then also we've got the 30-year anniversary of Pokemon, which is going to be amazing. It's going to be a huge year for the franchise, no doubt. Yeah, Gen 10. I'll be very surprised if you don't drop Gen 10, even if you just drop a load of hinters for it, I'd be very surprised if you don't do that this year, because with the year that we've got, you know, I know obviously they've announced the Lego partnership, and obviously there's quite a few bits of Lego now you can buy, Pokemon Lego, and I know the price is ridiculous on some of it, but then again, I know Lego's really expensive anyway, so yeah, exactly. Even if it's like a teaser at the end of the year, it'll be really, really cool. Yeah, they just cost so much. I know Lego's like expensive anyway, but my God, it's just really, really expensive. And to be honest, like the Eevee one, which is the cheapest one, that probably looks the best out of all of them, because the Eevee actually looks like Eevee, whereas the Pikachu looks a bit weird, especially like its face. Just looks a little bit weird. And then the Blastoise is pretty cool, but for $600 and something, it's ridiculous. 200 to 1k. Is that for the Eevee? Is that because it's like already sold out or something? Hey Alan, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. So we've just about started Spotlight Hour now. Let's get a star piece on. Let's get a lucky egg on. Let's get Aurora time going. For the next half an hour. We might as well also do our daily adventure incense as well at the same time. So let's get that on. So packing out everything. Huge Mareep. Can you remind me if it's double hatch XP? I believe it is, but let me just double check. 2 seconds, let me just check this Mareep. And then I'll double check. I'll also just double check how many Mareeps I've seen. So let's go Pokedex. We've seen 3,632. So that would have been 3,630. That one there. We'll name that, and then we can keep a track on how many we've seen this evening. And in terms of XP, we've got 1.048.5. $1,048.5. So that's how many XP we've got. Right, so that's how we're keeping a tab on that. So in terms of bonuses during this event, Alan, you can click on this, the Today view, and go on High Zaptitude. And then you can see here as well, see details. And it should take you to the Pokemon website. And here we have got 2 times XP for catching Pokemon. That's if we unlock the global challenge at level 1. Level 2 gives us 2 times Stardust for catching Pokemon. And level 3 gives us 2 times XP for hatching Pokemon. So it's only when we get to level 3 that we'll get the 2 times XP for hatching. So that is when we get that bonus coming through. So for Spotlight Hour, it is 2 times Evolution XP. That's the Spotlight Hour. Hey Jonathan, how are you? Jonathan, I know you're going to ask, so let's have a quick count. There is the XP, Jonathan, if you want to make a note of that. So there is the XP. In terms of Mareep seen, 3,630 Mareep seen at the start of Spotlight Hour. And Candy you can see there as well. And also Stardust. So I don't know what you want to keep a track on, but I know Jonathan always keeps a track on all my numbers for these Spotlight Hours. He's very good like that. So let's get catching some Mareep. Caught it earlier. Brilliant. See, he's on it. He's on it, Jonathan is. Yeah, double XP comes in very, very soon. So double XP, I would suspect we're going to get that in the next 10 or so, because that is the level 1 requirement for global challenges. And in terms of global challenges, we are very close to doing that. We need 40 million kilometers walked as a global community. We're currently on 39.9 million, so that's going to happen over the next 5 or 10 minutes, I assume. But let's see if we can bang out these excellent throws. And we've got a few friendship bonuses to open as well. Yeah, it has gone pretty fast. I mean, I think some people are cheating because I've walked 8 kilometers and someone on my friends list has walked 53. I'm not sure how they've managed to do that. I know somebody sent me a screenshot today where somebody else had walked 161 kilometers. I think there's been a rocking device potentially, or a spoofing device been used there. Yeah, it seems a little bit crazy how much distance people seemingly have walked in only a day. Phone swing's been on fire today, yeah, potentially so. Potentially it's all those people who are phone swinging their way to like level 80. They're currently on like the walk 400 kilometers task and they're trying to phone swing their way to 80. $74k, yeah. Somebody sent me a screenshot of somebody today who'd done 161 kilometers. Don't think that's legit. Yeah, I'd probably say it's spoofing devices more so than phone swing, I would say. I'm not too sure. I don't know the limitations because I've never used them. I don't know the limitations on either. So I don't know how fast you can travel and what sort of distance you can get without being obviously caught. I don't know how it works. I'm guessing there must be like some sort of, you know, limitation on it. It must stop tracking your distance when you go over a certain speed or something like that, because obviously it would pick it up when you're in a car and stuff like that. Right, okay. Right, so we've got a random Venipede here. I don't know if that's a daily encounter, to be fair. Just make sure we catch up. Right, okay. So Adventure Sync sort of monitors it differently than in-game. Is that right in saying? I'm guessing it has to, I suppose. Helipatile on the research. I don't think there's anything decent in task research this event. Obviously, like I say, the high Zaptitude event started this morning, 10 AM local time. We've got the shiny Tadbulb now. We need to unlock the new Pokemon Wattrel. That's going to be part of the global challenges. Once we've done all the global challenges, we'll unlock Wattrel. And then that will start appearing in the wild, I'm guessing. But shiny Tadbulb is going to be full odds for in the wild. So 1 in 512 for a wild spawn shiny. But if you're hatching it from 2 kilometer eggs, which it's featured in during this event, it's potentially boosted to 1 in 64 to 1 in 128. So make sure to keep hatching those 2 kilometre eggs. Hopefully they increase the drop rate on those 2 kilometre eggs, because of course you have to spin stops to obtain them. So you always have a chance of picking up a 5 or a 10, which in an event like this isn't what you want. We are nailing the excellent throws, I must say. Don't know how many of these Mareep are staying in the ball, but we're absolutely nailing them. Majority of them are staying in. As your person can't move. What do you mean by that, sorry? God, there's so many sheep. Ah, right, okay. Right, with you. Yeah, I'm guessing it just sort of like recreates walking. I know a lot of people like, you know, there's the old way of doing things where I know a few people who used to have they put a phone in a sock and then we swing the sock off the side of a bed or on the chair that you're sitting on or whatever. And I think it would work. So I'm guessing it's the same sort of motion it picks up on. I mean, you must get arm ache after doing that for a while. Catch 5 is Chinchou, Dynamo, Helipatau. Catch 15 is a Mulga Yampa Tadbulb. Right, okay, so catch 15 is a better one. Thanks so much for that, Jonathan. We will hopefully pick up a few of those tasks during the Spotlight Hour. The catch 15, that is. So many sheep. I feel like a shepherd. I wish there was an adventure sync, sorry, not an adventure sync. I wish there was an adventure effect, which automatically fed Pokemon you clicked on a berry of your choice, because I've got so many golden raspberries. I think just using those on Mareep automatically would be a lot easier, just to get rid of them, as well as make it easier to catch. Using golden raspberries on a Mareep, on a Yamper. Never thought I'd see the day. But here we are, trying to get rid of them. I'm hoping we can pick up a shiny today during the Spotlight Hour. Seems a while since we had a shiny live on YouTube, but I know we've missed a couple of weeks recently due to the weather and obviously my back injury that I had. Still got partly. It's a lot better now than what it was, I must admit. It's actually quite decent, to be honest. It's really warmed up from like last week when we had loads of snow. But yeah, it's actually quite decent, and the rain's held off at the moment during the Spotlight Hour. It has been raining today. But yeah, it's definitely warmer. It's a lot nicer to walk in than last week. I think the challenge is done. Let's have a quick look. Looks like something's happening. Let's just catch a Mareep and see what's happening. So we should get 2 times or 4 times catch XP now because we've got that luck egg on. So let's see how much XP we get from this. And we do. 4,680. So happy days. We have now got the 2 times catch XP. So if you haven't done Spotlight Hour in your area, then bear that in mind. 2 times catch XP is now active. There's a tadpole there. No shiny. Let's use some more of these golden raspberries, get them out of the way. Yeah, it's really weird. It's always the case when like Pikachu and different Pokemon get costumes, like we have a Sudowoodo, for example, and the Dedenne during the winter holidays event, then it's always weird seeing them without the costumes because you get so used to seeing them. And especially if you're like hunting a shiny, you just click on so many of them. You get used to having a costume. And then when you see it not with a costume, it almost appears naked. It's really weird. It's like something's not right. You come accustomed to it, don't you? What is that weekly challenge? Is it? Oh, it's research test. I'll have that done for us, Jonathan, today. Ooh, Kecleon. Don't mind if I do. No shiny Tadbulb. No shiny Kecleon. Would be really cool to be able to get a Hundo Kecleon though. I think that'll be a very, very cool Hundo. It's completely random for everybody. And of course, it's very hard to find anyway. %50 done on a weekly. I quite like those weekly challenges. I didn't realise until the other week, I think it was when me and Jonathan went best friends, that the weekly challenge adds 7 friendship hearts. Even if you complete it in one day, you jump up 7 days of friendship. And not only that, you can actually still interact with them on that day. So you can get up to like 14 days of friendship with somebody in 1 week, which is awesome. So yeah, you do jump up massively in friendship levels doing those weekly challenges. Helioptile again. Seems to be spawning quite a bit during the Spotlight Hour. Absolutely nailing these Exafros. I'm really chuffed with this. Definitely making the most of that luck egg and 2 times XP anyway. Let's see what research tasks we get from here. We have got catch 5 Pokemon again. Seems to be quite a common one, that does. Hoping to get some of these catch 15 at some stage. So we'll catch these here, and before I forget, I will start opening some gifts just to trigger some friendship level ups, because we are going to level up with quite a few people tonight. So while we've got our lucky egg on, it's probably best that we do it. Is that a catch 5 or catch 15? We just got a catch 5 again, annoyingly. Right, so let's go and trigger some friendships. So we type in friendship. Is it friend? No, friend level. That's it. Friend level 3. Organise it. Friendship level down to up. We should be able to see all the people that we're about to go best friends with. And I think this is one of them. There we go. And then let's see if there's anybody else. 2 days away with them. We'll send them a gift. And then I think we've got another best friend, but we're currently in that Dynamax battle. So 200,000 for that one. It's a lot of XP for a best friend. It's definitely worth doing. Probably the easiest way to level up on the game is by working on those friendship levels. Another 200,000. Right, okay. I'll double check on this if you're still in a battle. I know normally when we're in a battle and you click on them, it takes you to that battle. Let's just see. Oh, there you go. Learn something new every day. Thanks very much for that, Jonathan. These could still open that gift. That is awesome. I didn't know that. There we go, another 200,000 XP. Courtesy of Jonathan for telling me that trick. We have got an Articuno on the daily. It's not a shiny, but it is 352 CP. That is interesting. Where are we going with this? That's a rubbish throw. Oh, he's ran away. I thought we were going to have a chance of getting that one because it was quite a low CP, really. That's really, really annoying. Perhaps my throw didn't help things. It was a terrible throw. It was a terrible throw. I do apologise for that. It was my own fault. Maybe an excellent throw could have done that one. I'm not too sure. I should have tried it. I should have tried the quick catch. Yeah, I should have tried it. No, we tried a normal catch and it just didn't work. You never know, we might see another one this time. Take a snapshot of your buddy. Let's do that. And then we'll swap this buddy out because we have already earned quite a few hearts with him today. So let's swap our Pikachu out. And we'll go for Noctowl that we're currently working on. There we go. Right, so we've got a Dunsparce. Don't mind catching these Dunsparce because that 3-stage evolution is quite hard to come by. So I always catch and evolve just to see if we can get that 3-stage evolution. Oh, Tadpole. Tadpole on the daily, no shiny. It's a shame that they aren't increased on like incense and stuff, and it is only just eggs. Even if you just increased them on the daily incense, it would have been nice. What's everyone's opinion on the Pikachu promo card that we're going to bring out for the London Museum as well? It looks pretty cool, but it's a shame it's not a full art card. And also, I think it's only available as like a jumbo card as well. So I don't know what to think about that. I was tempted to go down to London to get myself one and have a look around. But I don't know if I will or not. We'll have to see. I think it'll make quite a cool YouTube video if I did. It looks pretty cool. It's just a jumbo card instead of a normal Pokemon card. I'll probably put a picture of it up in my Discord in a bit. So there's a Dynamax Abra here. I'm going to do this while we're here. Abra is actually not a bad Dynamax to do, and of course we have got a Lucky Egg on. I think it's one of the best Psychic type Dynamaxes you can get, Alakazam. And of course it hasn't got a Gigantamax form. Forever Friends in about 38 days, that'll be quite impressive to be fair. Like how Jonathan's worked that out. 95 out of 100 max battles. We are getting very, very close to that level up now. Of course, we still need to do a trades. I think I need to do 9 more trades that are 300 kilometers apart. I don't know what a good one is for Abra, but I should know. I've got a Hundo already, but can't quite remember what CP it was. Let's see if 726 is any good. It isn't. It's one of the lowest. So if that's going to go in the bin. So let's find that Dunsparce, what we caught before, evolve that, and see if we can get the 3-stage evolution. And we've got a 2-stage, so that's a little bit annoying. Yeah, a little bit annoying. Guess he's not a very good one. No. Delete that. So as I was saying before, for The level up requirements now, of course, we've done all the XP. We don't need to worry about XP. 75 interactions in our account, 2 interactions daily, 1 gift and 1 weekly, 37.5 days. Yeah, I don't think you'll be far off with that, to be fair, if we keep doing that. So yeah, in terms of level up requirements, we've got 2 more tasks that we need to do. One is to win another 5 max battles, and the other one is to do 9 more trades with Pokemon caught at least 300 kilometers apart. So that one's going to be a little bit more difficult to do, but hopefully we can do it. Hopefully one of my friends I do know a couple of my friends actually who have been these Pokemon events abroad. So hopefully we've still got Pokemon saved from that, and we can do those trades to wipe that out pretty quickly. Noibat from a research. 280, why does that seem quite high for Noibat? It's not bad. 15, 15, 10 on the Noibat. Still banging out the accent throws. So we may do some math of Mary here in a minute, because if I've got to do 5 more Dynamax battles and I'm only going to be using 3 particles, then we can sort of roughly estimate when I'm going to be leveling up. Now, I could probably do the trades tomorrow. I could probably find somebody to do the trades with tomorrow. So that will get the trades removed tomorrow. But then in terms of the max battles, we've got 5 more to do. If we do level 1s each time, that's 1,250 max particles required. You can collect 800 a day. But of course, if you collect them in the right way, you can get around about 1,000. So let's say 1,000. We've got 200 max particles already there. We've already collected ones from today. So that will take us to 1,200. So potentially it's going to be Thursday when we can level up, if we get our trades done tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to target. I'm going to target that we'll level up on Thursday, and we may go live for that level up, because obviously we can play some of the Zaptitude event as well. Yeah, so 5 max battles, minimum of 1,250. We can hopefully collect around about 1,000 particles tomorrow. And then obviously the 200 we've already got. So Thursday, we should definitely do it by Thursday. So I may time it. Yeah, that's right actually. Yeah, the pass has max battles on as well. Max particles, should I say, on as well. So yeah, I might be able to do it tomorrow, but tomorrow is raid hour, so I might go live on Thursday again when I'm free, so that we can do it live together on YouTube. That'll be quite cool. I'll try and plan for that to happen. Just need to get those trades done tomorrow, I think. Work on getting those done, I think. So it's just over halfway of the Spotlight Hour now. Had no shiny Mareep, no sign of a shiny Mareep so far. And we are still trying to catch every single one and trying to excellent throw every single one as well, as much as we can. And also do these research tasks, because we want to try and complete these weekly challenge off as well at the same time. Catch 15 Pokemon. Awesome. We've got a decent task in for once. Still got uncaught Delmize from our last event. And Cloth. Catch those now. While the spawns are a little bit thin. Don't think I managed to get a decent one of that new Pokemon, Cloth, during my last event. Can't remember any decent stats that I managed to get for it. Shiny Chinchou, and it's tiny. That is awesome. That is an awesome shiny. I'm happy with that. A shiny, tiny Chinchou. That is actually really, really cool. Let's see if it's any good. That is awesome. Extra, extra small, shiny, tiny Chinchou. It's only a 2-star, but that is really, really cool. To get a tiny shiny is awesome. And I don't think that's boosted on research. I think that's 1 in 512 for that. So that is so, so lucky. Definitely happy with that. An Artivener shiny, yeah. We just need a shiny sheep now, I think, to finish it off. That'll be very, very nice. Or a shiny Tadpole off this Catch 15. That would also be very nice. But yeah, I'm pretty certain that Chinchou is 1 in 512. And if so, the odds of getting a shiny extra, extra small must be pretty low. We got a Yamper. That's a little bit annoying. What research task is that? You catch 5 Pokemon with Weather Boost. Don't think this is the right weather to be boosting electric types. So we'll bin that task off, I think. Make 3 great throws. Hopefully we can make 3 excellents, let alone greats. There we go. Yeah, so the weather icon does tell you what types are boosted. I think, is it cloudy weather now? Yeah, so we've got Fighting, Poison, Fairy that are boosted. So yeah, not the electric that we need for that task. We're not going to see any Fairy or Fighting types, I don't think, anytime soon. Seems to be a bit disappointing when I only managed to hit a great from these. Because we are hitting so many excellents, it just seems to be excellence. I mean, that one wasn't even a nice throw. It was a terrible throw, that one was. I only got myself to blame with that one. Mareep jumping at the wrong time. I can blame Mareep there. Again, disappointing. But we still haven't got a shiny one. It is a pretty cool shiny Mareepers. If you've not already seen it, it goes to a lovely pinky colour. You've probably seen it on the YouTube thumbnail, actually, for this live stream. I did put a clip of a shiny Mareep on there. But it is a really, really nice shiny. And it's actually quite useful because Mareep evolves into Flaffy and then into Ampharos. And it's actually a really, really cool electric type because it can mega evolve, of course. And it's one of the best electric types when it is mega Ampharos. So it does have its usage. You know, it's perhaps fell down the pecking order a little bit now with the likes of Zekrom getting its exclusive move, Fusion Strike and stuff like that. And obviously the likes of Shadow Raikou being released and everything like that. But it's definitely still up there as a mega. It's quite a nice budget option because Mareeps do tend to appear in events and are a lot easier to obtain than the likes of Raikou is, for example, where you have to raid for it. So getting the candy is quite easy to do. So let's see what research tasks we can pick up round here. Win a raid with your buddy. I don't think I'm doing that. Make 3 great throws. We'll do that one. Even if it is just for berries. Shouldn't take us too long to do that. Take a snapshot of your body. Again, another nice and easy research task to do as we work our way towards that weekly challenge. Excellent throw on Noibat, which is not the easiest thing to do when it keeps moving. Luckily, we just managed to get it then before it did move. Sinister appearing from the Go Pass, the January Go Pass. So we have got some max particles we need to claim. I'm not going to claim those just yet though. And we are now up to tier 50 of the Go Pass. So I don't know if we've managed to get more time on our current daily adventure instance. We haven't, unfortunately. But tomorrow's daily adventure instance should now last for 30 minutes instead of only 15. So let's just catch these here, and then we might just do a quick restart on my game, just so we can see that global challenge, because it is bugged out a little bit. We can't see what challenge we're actually working to now as a global challenge. I'm hoping it's excellent throws, because we are absolutely nailing them. But let's just close that down and reopen. So of course, if you are tuning in tonight for the first time, or you've tuned a couple of times but you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, please do. Make sure to turn that notification bell on. And as we found out last week, there's a few different settings to that notification bell on YouTube. It normally gets set to priority. If you click on the bell and select all, then you will get all the notifications so you won't miss when we go live. A few people were missing the notification, weren't getting it come through. So make sure to set that notification setting to all, and then you won't miss when we go live or anything. So let's see what the challenge is. It is explore 50 million kilometers worldwide. And we've done 4 so far. Now we have also got the high Zaptitude premium timed research. Have we been gifted that? Has somebody gifted me a ticket? Because that isn't a normal research, is it? I think somebody's gifted me a ticket. We have. Who's gifted me that? That is amazing. Whoever's gifted me that ticket, thank you very much. I can only assume it's... I know Rev gifts me tickets every now and again. I haven't seen it jump up, but... Wow, that owl moves so fast. Yeah, so I think people will just jump up in distance. Yeah, I think you will see that, annoyingly. I'm gonna guess that it's Rev again who's gifted me a ticket. I mean, it's amazing what he has done. Or whoever it is. So we do get a few more tab bulb encounters on this, quite a few as well. So hopefully we can get a shiny tab bulb. But that is awesome. To get gifted a ticket, that is really, really cool. So thanks to whoever's done that. I'm sorry that it's not managed to come up. I'm hoping that it does, but I don't know if there's a way that you can see who gifted you if you don't get that little notification. I don't know if there's another way of seeing. But it is awesome that somebody's gifted me that, so thank you very much if you are watching. Can you see a gift thing still in the... Do you mean in the item shop? So it doesn't say who gifted me this ticket, unfortunately. So like the news down here, global challenge, high Zaptitude. So there's no way of seeing, is there? Half egg hatch distance, that's just part of the event. Yeah, I don't think there's any way of seeing who gifted me a ticket, unfortunately. It would be nice if there's a way of seeing, or there's a way of checking. But even on like the items, when you go down to a ticket, it doesn't tell you who gifted it. Oh, where the news was. Yes, maybe notifications. Yes, it is Rev. Rev has gifted me a ticket. That is awesome. Thank you very much, Rev, if you're watching. Yeah, I've just noticed it. I knew what you meant now. So yeah, Rev has gifted me a ticket. That's awesome. He's always gifting me tickets, Rev. I do need to gift him some back because he's so awesome with gifting them. Very, very much appreciate it. Yeah, it's actually a good way of finding out. Thanks for that, Jonathan. So catch 10 Pokemon. We must be very close to this global challenge now, Jonathan. We must be very, very close. Let's have a quick look. One more research task. One more. Win a raid with your buddy. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. What raids is there, actually? Can we solo a Shadow Cypher? Do you reckon we can solo a Shadow Cypher? I might do that Shadow Cypher and see if we can solo it, just to get that research task done. I'll tell you what, let's see. We'll find out one way or another, won't we? Mega Charizard probably, yeah. Good shout, actually. But we need to put our buddy in as well. Let's see. There's only one way to find out. Let's go for it. Let's see if we can. Right, so it's recommended rock types with Rayquaza in the battle as well. So we need to put our buddy in, buddy 4. And then let's change one of those for Mega 3. And we will do, maybe Rayquaza is a better shot. So I'm wondering if it's bug, isn't it? So flying's good against bug. Fire is also good against bug. Rock's good against flying. Because it's bug and flying Cyphers. So let's go for that. And let's see what happens. Yeah, we might be okay with this. Let's do it. Hopefully it doesn't come down to Noctowl at the end, because we may be a bit screwed then if that's the case. But let's go for it. Let's see what happens. Can we solo a Shadow Cypher? We'll find out. So yeah, Dragon Ascent is boosted because flying is boosted against bug. Then rocks, it's recommended Rampardos, Shadow Rampardos, and Rhyperior, because rock types are good against flying. And it's definitely going down quite quick. It depends on when it gets enraged, so it should get enraged anytime now. And of course, to subdue it, you normally have to use 8 purified gems. But of course, doing it with a solo, you can only use 5. So it's pointless using the purified gems. It's just a case of sticking with it, watching it go down very slowly instead of really quickly how it started, and hoping that by the time it automatically subdues itself when it goes into red health, we have still got enough in the tank to defeat it. That's what I'm hoping for. But it is kicking our Rampardos' arse here. Very much on track for a solo. Yeah, it's just whether it's going to last in terms of rock types. Because I think Cypher's super effective move is definitely kicking Rampardos quite hard at the moment. But luckily it hasn't used one for a bit. There we go, X-Scissor. So yeah, it is taking a big chunk out of Rampardos. Maybe heal with Ray. We'll see. Rhyperior shouldn't take as much damage, so hopefully Rhyperior, there we go, subdued. So it should be easy peasy now. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, relatively speaking, it's a very, very easy solo. And we have done the challenge where we had to win a raid with a buddy. And of course, that means we've done a weekly challenge. So overall, very, very good raid. It's 14.89, and we had to use a free raid pass, remember, as well. No shiny. That would have just topped it off, wouldn't it? If we managed to get a shiny, that would have just topped it off nicely. So 14.89 Cypher. How good is that one? Not actually too bad. Bearing in mind a shadow raid can be 666. Normal raids are 10-10 is the floor. Shadow raids is 666. This one is a 12, 9, 12. So not actually too bad in terms of stats. Hey Aston, how are you? Thanks so much for joining, mate. Hopefully you're doing okay. So there we go, Jonathan. We have done our weekly challenge. We have jumped up a huge amount of levels. I'll also add that trainer there. So 100,000 because we've leveled up with Mrs. Chaos there. And that reminds me, we've got a couple more level ups to do as well. But let's see, I think that was yesterday's free raid pass, so let's see if we can get today's. By spinning this gym, there we go. So let's just type in friend level 2. And we've got a few more friendship levels that we're going to level up with here. See how many of these we've got to level up with. In fact, got quite a few. Going to ultra level. There's quite a few, isn't there? Surprised myself here with how many we've saved up. Is that one as well? Not quite. Tomorrow maybe for that one. And then if we go friendship level 1, we may have some that are just going to great friends. Which again, we might as well double that XP, haven't we, while we've got a luck egg on. So a couple of 100,000s coming through. So definitely making the most of this lucky egg. And then 20,000 from the great friends with Nathan. And then we've got a few more Mareep to catch now. Hopefully get those excellent throws going again. So we still haven't got a shiny Mareep during the Spotlight Hour. Are we going to finish with a shiny Mareep? We have had a shiny during the Spotlight Hour, but it wasn't Mareep. 200 Mareep and not a single shiny. That is a little bit tough. It is full odds, annoyingly. It is a bit annoying. It is a little bit annoying that on Spotlight Hours it doesn't get boosted. So it is the full odd shiny rate. So it's 1 in 512 for Mareep. So quite often on Spotlight Hours, you do actually miss out on the shiny. If ever you've tuned into the channel before, you've probably seen that I haven't got the shiny on a number of occasions. And then on some Spotlight Hours, you end up getting 1 or 2. So it is really a bit of a hit or miss in terms of shinies during Spotlight Hours. It's very rare that we get a shiny which is boosted. Hey Trainer Joy, how are you? Can you open my gift? Sure I can. Trainer Joy, there we go. Thank you very much. Yeah, they should really boost it, Ostoy, but they don't, annoyingly. They boost the spawns, so you get more spawns appearing around you. So you've probably noticed while you've been sat at home or at work or wherever you are, that when Spotlight Hour comes, and the same with Community Day, you do get a lot more spawns appearing around you, so a lot more spawn points. So if you increase them during Spotlight Hour, but we don't increase the shiny like we do with Community Day, annoyingly. Yeah, it is good that we increase the spawn points. And like I say, with Mareep, yes, it's nice to get the shiny, but Mega Ampharos is actually quite good. So just getting the candy to be able to power up an Ampharos so that you can have a decent one for the Mega is actually worth quite a bit itself, because it does become one of the best budget type, like the best budget electric type in the game, should I say, because it's so easy to find Mareep, whereas like the top electrics are normally legendaries, and of course they're a lot harder to get the candies for to power up. So yeah, it is quite a nice budget option, Ampharos is, and especially in its Mega form, Mega Ampharos. So hopefully, in the 200 that you caught earlier, hopefully you managed to get a few good ones, or at least one good one that you could potentially power up and evolve. $98, that is awesome. Yeah, so definitely keep that one. So there we go, 7 p.m. now. We have now just finished our Spotlight Hour here. We'll still catch things and stuff on the way back up, but let's have a quick look and see. Well, first of all, see what's on the showcase, what add on the showcase. Go straight to rank 1. Only just by about 40 points there. Yeah, so Jonathan's going to ask for the stats. So, in terms of XP, Jonathan, that's what XP we're currently on now. So there we go for the XP. So, in terms of Mareep, we will go to the Pokedex, and we have now seen 3,855 Mareep. And then if we go on Mareep itself, you can see the Mareep candy and the XL there as well. And also the Stardust. I don't know if you keep tag on that or not. But yeah, so there is our Mareep stats. And while we're currently looking at Mareep, we will also have a look at see if we managed to get any decent ones. So let's type in 4-star. And annoyingly, we didn't. We didn't get any hundos. And of course, we know we didn't get any shinies. So did we get any decent Mareeps during that Spotlight Hour? So let's type in 3-star and Mareep, and also age 0, and we only ended up getting 8 3-star Mareeps during that hour, and 744, that's not a bad one. 459, 249, that's actually a better one, it's a 96 IV there. 128, 501, 698, and 335, and then finishing off with a 744. So all of those are pretty rubbish, and in fact, I'm going to bin them all because we don't need to be keeping those sort of Mareeps in our storage. I think I'm safe to say we've got quite a few 4-star Mareeps. 3. So we've got 3 4-star Ampharoses, none that we've actually powered up at the moment. I think I've ended up powering up a shiny 98, I believe, or something like that I had instead. Just because I'd rather power up a decent shiny one than a hundo. So those are the Mareeps. Jonathan's are going to do the stats for us, so Jonathan's going to produce those as he always does so brilliantly, and no doubt he'll put those in the comments in a minute. But while we're doing that, we'll just carry on catching things and perhaps take this gym. No, perhaps not. We've only been in there nearly 2 hours now, so we'll leave them in that gym. More importantly, have I had my coins for today? We have. So we don't have to worry about getting knocked off a gym. So tomorrow evening on Pokemon, as always, Wednesday evening is raid hour, 6 p.m. till 7 p.m. I will be hosting that in my local community, so unfortunately I won't be live for that because I'll be hosting my community group. But on Thursday, I may be going live. I'll let everybody know. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also go and check me out on TikTok. And there's also a Discord group as well where we post updates and everybody can chat in the Discord group as well. So make sure to join the Discord group. If you want a link to the Discord group, let me know. And I will put a link in the comment to this live video once I've finished it. And then you'll be able to join the Discord group. But on Thursday, we may do another live video around about the same sort of time. I think quite a few people are free at this sort of time of the evening. You can add me, that's fine. So I know sometimes if you put your trainer code in the comments, YouTube doesn't really like numbers or a series of numbers, so it tends to block it for some reason. I think it's because like people might be sharing a phone number and stuff like that, so it doesn't really fall under the remit of YouTube, so we do block those sort of messages. So if you want to add me, take a screenshot of that trainer code on the screen now, or quickly write it down and then send me a friend request. That's absolutely fine. I've still got quite a number of friend spaces free. I think they've increased it to 550 now actually. So I think I've got around about 100 friend spaces free. So by all means, add me if you want. There we go. Astroy has added me. No need to guess who that is. Put our Dynamax Dramper on there. Shiny Dynamax Dramper. We ended up with 2 of those shiny, which was really cool. There we go, Astroy. So we've got a few more things to catch. We'll also just send Astroy a gift. There we go. So yeah, like I say, we might be live again on Thursday evening around about this sort of time, and that will be to complete our level up. So we'll be leveling up to level 77, and also we will be doing the high Zaptitude event as well. So that's of course the event that's currently ongoing with all the Electric-Type Pokémon spawning. We've got the shiny Tadbulb release. We've also got, hopefully by then, the Watchel release as well, a brand new Pokemon. But to get that to be released, we need to do some more global challenges. So hopefully they'll be done by Thursday, and we'll see Watchel in the wild, and we can catch a few of those as well on the live stream. So I will definitely bring you an update to that live stream in the next couple of days. So keep an eye out for that. There's a Shadow Cresselia raid here. I don't know if anybody wants to do that. Can send invites if people do want to do that, but we do need a few people. Do need probably about 4 or 5 people to take down Shadow Cresselia. Don't have any remote raid passes, that's fine. It's just annoying how expensive they are as well, remote raid passes. They are super expensive compared to what they used to be during COVID time. So Jonathan's still working away on the stats. I can hear him working away here. Trying to crunch all the numbers. So it would be nice if we can get a hold of a couple of these catch 15 Pokemon tasks. Do seem to be very few and far between, unfortunately. So we'll just check the stop up this way, just to see if that's catch 15. Like I say, with the catch 15 research being one of the only ways to get Tadbulb, and it is only a chance as well, there's 3 different things that it can be. Tadbulb is one of them. But you'd hope that the catch 15 research task would at least mean it a possibility of a shiny boosted Tadbulb like it is in 2 kilometer eggs. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the case. I think it's full odds on that research, like it is in the wild, annoyingly. But we have completed this precious pause task. We've got Tadbulb from that as well. 375, I don't know if that's a good one. Let's work on to the next stage of that. What have we got to do on this stage? We've got to power up a Pokemon 25 times, win a raid, and win a max battle. So hopefully we'll do that tomorrow. Galvantula in the wild. Bit of a random wild spawn there. So what research task is this? It is evolve a Pokemon annoyingly. And we'll just check the 2 up here to see what they are. And we've still got the high Zaptitude event research task to follow through as well. That's the one that Rev has kindly brought us a ticket. So let's just catch all the Tadbulbs off here. $379, that's actually quite a decent one by the looks of the CP. We'll check that in a second. What is the final encounter? Is it another Tadbulb? It is, and it's 376. So how good was that 379, I wonder? Not too bad. Wonder will be in the 380s, I'm guessing, towards 390. So we've got to catch 15 Pokemon there. Let's do a quick evolve. Evolve a Tadbulb for the hell of it, just to get that task done. And then we can spin this final Pokestop to see what the research task is here. So Jonathan's been working tirelessly and has now crunched a number for us. We've got 225 seen, 219 caught, 657 candy. If you could just comment again, Jonathan, I can hopefully see the rest. So this is from the Spotlight Hour. Stupid hatching eggs. 2 seconds. 52,005. What was that? Missed that again. That's annoying. How good is that, Ryola? Rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Just when I'm trying to read the comments, it goes off. 52XL, 56,737 Stardust, 2.1 million XP. Is that right? Is that how much XP we managed to get? I know we had a lot of I know we had a lot of stuff, but 2.1 million XP, 3 kilometers walked, 269 ones caught. That is actually really, really cool. Thanks very much for that, Jonathan, as always. 2.1 million XP in an hour. That is insane. I know we had a lot of best friends, don't get me wrong. I know probably around about 1 million of that to 1.2 million is probably through friendship bonuses. But that is ridiculous. 2.1 million done in an hour. That is a very, very good use of a lucky egg. And of course, for the first 10 minutes or so of the Spotlight Hour, we didn't get the 2 times catch XP as well. We only had that around about 10 minutes in. So we've had 50 minutes of a 2 times catch XP. We've had 10 minutes of a normal catch XP plus the lucky egg. And then, of course, the friendship bonuses. So over 2.1 million XP is absolutely insane. I'm actually really chuffed with that. So yeah, that is a very, very cool, very, very cool numbers, that is. Thanks so much for that, Jonathan. So let's see, we've managed to get a couple of these catch 15 Pokemon tasks now. So let's see if we can finish these tasks off before we finish the live stream. And see if we can end on a high in terms of a shiny Tadball. That would be very, very cool if we can. That is crazy. When did you start playing? So I actually downloaded Pokemon Go the day after it got released. So back in July 2016. The day after it got released. And then I played it for around about probably a couple of weeks. Because where I live, this area here, that red gym down there that you see, not that, but the red gym that's got the egg on it, that used to be a Pokestop, and that was the only Pokestop in my area. So I used to have to walk down to it, spin the Pokestop. It gave me around about 3 or 4 Pokeballs if I was lucky, and by the time I'd moved a few feet away, I'd already used them. And obviously you have to wait 5 minutes until you can spin it again. So it was absolutely a nightmare to play at first, and there was no way of adding more stops in at that time. So I uninstalled the game after around about a week of playing it, and then in around about start of 2018, my son really got into playing or watching the animation series of Pokemon. He was around about 7 or 8 at that time. No, probably a little bit younger actually. And he actually really got into watching the animation series. And so we re-downloaded it on my phone, and we tried it again and tried to play again. And since then, I've never put it down. So it's only really been thanks to me son that I've been playing this game since 2018 full time, I would say. Say full time, of course, I've got a job, but you know what I mean. I've not really put it down since 2018. So yeah, we managed to achieve 1 billion XP last year. And 500 million of that was just last year alone. So we managed to do 500 million XP in a year. My XP at the start of 2025 was 541.5 million. What's my day job? So I'm an engineer. That is my day job. So I'm an engineer by trade, but Pokemon hunter by night. So catch 15 Pokemon. 1 is an Emolga. Can we finish on a shiny? Hopefully a Tadbulb. Can we finish on a shiny? Let's see. No, unfortunately not. It's a Yamper. It's a non-shiny Yamper at that. So a little bit disappointing, but still. Do I ask what type of engineer or not? It's just like it's in the construction industry. basically. So that's what type I'm engineer in construction. But yeah, so that is going to be it for tonight's live stream. Unfortunately, we've managed to get a nice shiny, and that was not a Mareep. It was a tiny shiny Chinchou from a research task, which was pretty cool, to be honest, to get a tiny shiny. And of course, Chinchou, like we said, is full odds, so that's 1 in 512 odds for the shiny, plus whatever odds it is for getting a extra small. So that's quite rare to find. So really, really happy with that. Unfortunately, no hundos and no shiny Mareeps to show for it. But we've had a really, really good live stream. I do thank everybody who's got involved in the comments. Also, if you watch for the first time, big shout out to you. Thanks very much for your support. And hopefully you join us for more live streams in the future. But that has been the live stream. Thanks very much for watching. Like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, and turn that notification bell on YouTube as well. And I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.